Hi, Steve here from Spirituality Talks. Uh, I'm just going to share with you at the moment what I've been going through recently. I had a bit of a relapse back onto the heroin about a week or so, about 12 days ago now. And yeah, what can I say? It's been not as bad as it's been before when I've had a relapse in the past. Normally I just go straight down. Recently, I think it's a lot to do with my mindset and the foods I've been eating have had a lot of benefit as well, keeping my system detoxing pretty quickly. But the point is, it's not doing me any good, and I'm already feeling pretty negative about it on some levels. And yeah, I'm in a position where I've been on it for a little while and it's in my system, and I wanted to keep track of it and show you guys what's going on because there's some natural ways that I'm going to go about cleaning out, which I've done before. When I say before, I mean I've used methadone before, but this time around, because I haven't been smoking for that long, it's been just over a week. I'm gonna just go down the route with natural herbs and good quality foods and possibly some natural psychedelics in the next week or so. I'm gonna certainly be using iboga, working with iboga for like 5 days or something like that, and do. This is something I wanted to talk about because I've had small experience with iboga being very effective, and I also used a combination of mimosa, for those that know what that is, mimosa hostilis and paganum harmala. I put them in tablets. The powdered harmala I was having maybe 2 grams, and the mimosa also between 2 and 3 grams on an empty stomach. Um, Sticking to similar diet as you would for ayahuasca: no bananas, no avocados, no chocolate or mature cheeses, no meat at all is best, but certainly no red meat, no pork is a must, and plenty of water. Yeah, so also if you are going to even think about doing something like that, definitely have a week or a few days of detox. Try and make sure there's nothing in your system, or if you've been coming off methadone or heroin, make sure you've been on a very small amount. When I say a small amount, with methadone, I'm talking about no more than maybe 3 meals or something, 3 to 6 meals, like the very remnants. And for that, you'd have to have been on it for about a month as well. Otherwise, it's best if you've just got clean and you want to kind of reboot the system, then that would be a good time. But you make sure you go about that same as you would with mushrooms or ayahuasca, with serious intent, knowing what you want to do and giving out a message to your higher self, to your subconscious, to the plant, to the universe, that you're doing this to learn about yourself, to work through the root issues to do with the addiction, whatever they might be. If you don't know what they are, then to find that out. You can do that through shamanic journeying as well. If you look up shamanic journeying, if you're doing with breathing practice where you're using your mind and your imagination to access certain levels of consciousness. We'll go into that maybe another time. Today I just wanted to share with you what I'm going to be doing. I'm possibly going to use the Cambo frog medicine, but that's not, I'm not sure 100% about that. I might just go through a few days of detoxing, cleaning out, no more smoking. I'll probably use opium poppies, the actual poppies themselves. I can get dried poppies that haven't been processed or sprayed or anything, and have like a teaspoon of a powder of that in a cup of tea for a day or two, just to wean myself off it so I don't get any mad withdrawals. And at the same time, I slowly, after the first 2 days of not smoking heroin, I'm going to slowly introduce maybe 1 gram of good quality iboga into my diet, which is going to also be pretty small. I'm going to eat maybe once a day, have a lot of fruit, keep it simple for a couple of days just to let my system clean out. A tea that I have and certainly recommend for any detoxing and rebooting the system, like the liver, the blood, I think the kidneys, mainly it'd be the blood and the liver it's very good for, is nettle and dandelion tea. You can have it with like fennel and peppermint as well, very good for digestion, just to help things along. Because obviously after opiate use, digestion slows down a lot after a little period of time, and you want to just kick it up the arse a little bit, get things moving. That's one way. Lemon water in the morning with a tiny bit of cayenne. That's a pretty good move as well, just to kind of alkalinize the body. It helps. So this is the thing. If I'm feeling good, and I'm not feeling depressed, um, and my body's feeling relatively healthy and energetic because of diet and nutrition, then that goes a hell of a long way, a hell of a long way. So I start to feel more myself a bit quicker. Another major thing that I have to really think about doing is diving straight into new habit patterns pretty quickly, you see. Because our brain, remembers addiction and remembers whatever it is we've been doing. And the longer we've been doing it, the more it will fit into that and turn that into our kind of comfort zone and go back to it very, very easily and quickly. I've certainly found it very helpful to have kind of new scene, uh, being out your usual area. If you've got the money or the ability to travel, then brilliant. That would be even better. I personally can't at the present. Maybe not for a couple of weeks. I might be able to go camping for a few days just to get away, get into nature. It's a really good way. If you're going to do a little reboot as well, whether through meditation, psychedelics, meditation, I would say, is a must almost, to get into that habit pattern and being in the present more and more. Because obviously, the longer you're on any addictive substance, the more your brain is always jumping into the future and reminiscing about the past. Because you're generally, for heroin as well, I'm not generally doing much when I'm smoking, just sitting around. So staying in the present is very, very helpful. And even if you've done meditation, if you've been working through addiction, do as much as you can, because it will help to get you into the habit pattern of being in the present moment and being more relaxed, which is very, very important. Relaxation, changes the chemistry of the brain, and through brain chemistry and hormonal chemistry, and endocrine system, and so forth, your body will produce and rebalance its hormonal system. Okay. Alright. Sorry if I'm not brilliant on the communication at the moment. I'm a little bit all over the place, and hopefully that will improve in the next few days. Yeah, thanks. I hope someone's benefited from this, and yeah, Steve out, man. Take it easy.